Welcome to Yoga by Beka. Let's do a quick morning flow to just wake up the body and stretch before our day begins. Let's start in a kneeling position and let's regulate our breath, breathing slowly in and out. Close your eyes and feel your body relax. Slowly tilt your head to the left and then roll your chin down and around to then lean your head to the right. Do this with the rhythm of your breath, breathing in over to the left side, exhaling, rolling down to the right side. Breathing in to the left, exhaling, rolling over to the right. Now come into a neutral position. Breathing in and then breathing out. Take your left hand and place it on the side of your right knee, and take your right arm and twist it behind your back to reach over to your hip. Turn over in that direction, opening the chest, and try to look over your back shoulder. Breathing in deeply and exhaling deeply. Now let's do the other side. Take your right arm and grab the outside of your left knee. Take your left arm and twist it behind you to grab your hip and open up your chest. And if it's comfortable for you, look over that back shoulder if you can. You can keep your eyes closed or open them. Find a focal point to look at. Breathing in and exhaling fully. Come back into neutral position, and now let's do some cat-cow. Get into your tabletop. And first, before cat-cow, let's just warm up our main body by rocking backwards and then forwards. Maybe to warm up our wrists, go side to side in circles. You can do clockwise, counterclockwise, whatever feels good to wake up your body, as long as you do your movements along with your breath, like exhaling, going back, inhaling, moving around and up and to the side, exhaling back on your heels, inhaling, go the opposite way, just breathing in and breathing out with your movements. Back into your tabletop position. To further warm up your wrists, have them point to the edges of your mat. Breathing in, rock to your left side, and exhale, rock to your right side. Rocking in left and right. Breathing in left, exhaling right. Breathing in left, exhaling right. Flip your fingertips to point to the front of the mat. And now let's do those cat-cows I mentioned earlier. Inhale, looking forward and dipping your belly to the ground. Then exhale and push the ground away with the backs of your legs that are touching the mat, your hands. Feel that connection to the earth as you exhale and curve your back up towards the heavens. Breathe in into cow position. Exhale, cat position. Inhale deeply into cow position. Exhale deeply in cat position. Take your right leg and put it out to the side, and let's do some circles to warm up your hips. Move your leg along with your breath, breathing in, exhaling. Extend your right leg out to the side so that your foot is in alignment with your knee. Walk your hands over and bend over your leg, feeling that opening in your inner thigh and your hip socket. Lift up and walk your hands back to the center of your mat. And put your leg behind you, crossing over slightly. Bend your knee and then sit backwards. I'm going to scoot up on the mat a little bit to make sure you see me. And now here you are in a cross-legged position, but with your knees stacked on top of each other. This cow face seated pose involves all of the unique actions of your shoulder joints, and it also stretches out your hip flexors to stabilize your hips in flexion, while your quadriceps and gluteus medius, minimus, and maximus stretch. If you can't reach your hands together, use a strap or towel to extend your reach. If you hold for approximately 10 breaths, you might find out that you can walk your fingers closer towards each other. Your knees are stacked in the center while your hands reach toward each other, clasping the fingertips. Keep your spine neutral or maybe in a slight back bend. The bottom elbow is reaching down and in. Your top elbow reaching up and in. Now slowly release. Let's get back into a tabletop position. And let's take now our left leg and open up our hips by doing some circles on the rhythm of our breath. Breathing in and exhaling. Now extend the left leg out to your direct side, where your foot is in alignment with your knee and your hip. Slowly walk your torso over to meet your foot, leaning over, feeling the stretch in your interior thigh, opening up your hips. Now lift yourself slowly back forward. Cross that left leg over the right and sit back. And let's do cow face on the other side. I'm going to scoot up to make sure that you can see me. Align your knees, stack them in the center while your hands reach behind you and make their way to grabbing your fingertips. Keep your spine neutral. You will feel this stretch around your shoulders and the outside of your hips and buttocks and engage key postural muscles. If you feel like you have bad posture, this is a wonderful asana for you. Slowly release, arms down to the ground. Get into tabletop position. Slightly lift your hips up and back into our first downward facing dog of the morning. Just breathing in and breathing out. You can take this time to pedal out your feet, stretching the backs of your legs, waking up the body. Downward dog is a common pose in modern yoga. It's an integral part of sun salutations and flow sequences. Open up your feet to be as wide as the mat and slowly move your hands to where your right hand is in the center of your feet. Take your left hand and grab your right ankle. If you want to even deepen this stretch, you can grab the outside of your leg and try to peek in between your arms to the side and behind you. This is particularly good if you have tight hamstrings. Now, put your left hand in the middle of your 2 feet and take your right arm and grab your left ankle or the outside of your thigh or calf muscle and peek in between your arms. This is great for stretching your Achilles tendon, your hamstrings, and improves your spinal flexibility. Now put your feet together and let's ripple up into a plank position. Now turn and open up your side body into a side plank. Stretch overhead. Push your hips up to the ceiling and dip them down and push them back up again. Working on your side abdominals slightly, waking them up. Now let's do the other side. Side plank. Dip your hips down and then back up again. Now back to center. Put down your bottom knee as a kickstand and stretch over your leg. Windmill your arms back over. Top arm up to the sky, bottom arm down on the mat. Opening up that side body. Now hands together in the center. And let's stretch out the other side. Extend that leg out and bend over it. Back up, windmill the arms down and around. Opening up that side body. Let's meet into one-legged plank, holding for a breath, then slightly move forward, chaturanga down, and let's do Sphinx pose. Pull yourself up and back into downward facing dog. Ripple yourself forward and let's do one-legged plank on the other side. Holding for a breath. And with grace and power, slowly lower down into chaturanga. And now for this back bend, let's try to do upward facing dog. Lifting the thighs and everything off the mat with pressure on the tops of your feet, then ripple back into downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to meet your hands into forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift up. Exhale, fold back down. And then lower yourself into seated position. We conclude today's practice with a meditation. Slowly regulate your breath. Feel the energetic changes around you, within your body and around your body. Shower and empty the mind. Just focus on breathing in deeply and exhaling deeply. When ready, flicker open your eyes, rub your hands together to awaken all of the nerve endings in your hands. Give yourself a hug and have wonderful gratitude that you are able to take this time for yourself today.